Hey there, screamers. Welcome back to Sleepy Screams, the place where nightmares creep into your ears just before you drift off. I'm your host. Tonight, we've got a story that'll make you double check your locks and pull the covers tight. Let's start. The Thing in the Cry. I'm Tommy Haskins, and I live in a trailer on the outskirts of Pine Hollow, a speck of a town where the woods swallow everything. I'm not much. 32, single, work nights stocking shelves at the Save Mart. No wife, no kids, just me and the quiet. At least, that's how it was until last week, when I found the crib. It was a Saturday, gray and damp, the kind of day that makes you want to stay inside with a beer. I was out back, splitting firewood near the tree line when I saw it, half buried in the dirt, like the ground had spit it up. A baby crib, old and rusted, the wood chipped and stained. Weird thing was, I'd never seen it before, and I've lived here 5 years. No neighbors for miles, either. I figured some jerk dumped it, so I dragged it out, thinking I'd chop it up for kindling. Up close, it stank, like wet rot and something sour, like milk gone bad. The mattress was still in it, moldy and sagging, with dark smears I told myself were mud. I kicked it over, and that's when I saw the scratches. Deep, jagged marks, carved into the underside, like something had clawed at it from below. I don't know why, but my stomach twisted. I left it there by the woodpile and went inside. Figured I'd deal with it later. That night, I heard it. A cry. Soft at first. Like a kitten mewling, coming from out back. I sat up in bed, ears straining. It got louder. Sharper. A baby's wail, cutting through the dark. I don't have a baby. No one does around here. I grabbed my flashlight and a tire iron. Don't know why. Just felt right. And stepped outside. The air was cold, thick with fog. The crying stopped the second I hit the porch. I swung the light around. The crib was still there, right where I'd left it, tipped over by the woodpile. Nothing else. No animals, no wind, just silence. I laughed, shaky, and told myself it was a fox or something. Happens out here. But when I turned back, I saw the porch light flicker. And in that split second, I swear I saw something move. Low to the ground, scuttling toward the trees. Too fast to be sure. I locked the door that night, double-checked it. Sunday, the crib was upright. I hadn't touched it. It was sitting square in the middle of the yard, like someone had set it there on purpose. The mattress was back in it too, wet and stinking worse than before. I stared at it, heart thumping. Those scratches, they weren't just on the bottom now. They were all over, inside the rails. Like something had been trapped and wanted out. I grabbed my axe, ready to smash it to pieces when I heard it again. That cry. Loud, right behind me. I spun around, axe raised. Nothing. Just the crib, rocking a little, like the wind had nudged it. There was no wind. I chopped it up. It took me an hour sweating and cursing until it was splinters. I burned the pieces in a barrel out back, watched the flames eat it all. The smoke smelled wrong. Sweet and rotten, stinging my eyes. I stayed out there till it was ash, then went inside, locked up, and drank, until I passed out on the couch. I woke up to the crying again, 3 a.m., pitch black. It was inside the trailer this time, loud, desperate, coming from my bedroom. My mouth went dry. I grabbed the tire iron, crept down the hall. The door was shut. I never shut it. The crying stopped as I got close, replaced by a wet, gurgling sound, like something choking. I pushed the door open. The crib was there, whole again, sitting in the middle of my room. The mattress was soaked, dripping black water onto the floor, and something was in it, small, wrapped in a filthy blanket, squirming. I couldn't move. The blanket shifted, and a hand poked out, tiny, gray, with long, bent fingers that didn't look right. The gurgling got louder, and then it laughed. A high, bubbling laugh that made my skin crawl. I swung the tire iron, smashed the crib to bits. The thing inside screamed, a sound that hurt my ears, and the blanket fell away. It wasn't a baby. It was, God, I don't know. A head too big, eyes like wet marbles, mouth stretched wide with needle teeth. It flopped onto the floor, dragging itself toward me, leaving a trail of that black water. I hit it again, kept hitting until it stopped moving. Until it was just a mess of meat and bone. I ran, grabbed my keys, drove to town, didn't look back. I'm at the diner now, hands shaking as I write this on a napkin. It's almost 3 a.m. again. The lights just flickered, and I hear it. Soft at first, that crying, coming from the parking lot. I look out the window, and there's the crib, sitting under the streetlight. Upright, rocking slow. Something's moving inside it, pushing at the blanket. The diner's empty now. Waitress is gone. I hear those wet little footsteps behind me. It's here. And there it is. Screamers. The end of the thing in the crib. Or is it? I don't know about you, but I'm not sleeping easy tonight. If that story got your heart racing, don't forget to smash that subscribe button right now for more nightmares delivered straight to your feed on Sleepy Screams. Hit the bell too, so you never miss a scream. And tell me in the comments, what would you do if you found that crib rocking in your yard? Before I let you go, here's a couple of creepy facts to chew on while you try to sleep. Did you know that in some old towns, people used to bury broken cribs under their houses to ward off bad spirits? Didn't work too well for Tommy, huh? And here's one more. Scientists say humans can sense when they're being watched, even when they're asleep. That chill on your neck? Maybe it's not just the story. Sweet dreams, screamers, or good luck trying. See you next time on Sleepy Screams.